How do there, guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV, where today we're going to take a look back through a little bit of darting history, and we're going to take a look at the walk-on girls and what happened to them and where they are now. Before I get into this video though, I just want to quickly say that the Edgar TV PO Box is once again open for the next 3 months, so if you've got anything you'd like to send in, any darts related stuff or something you'd like to pay on the channel, or just send something in general, the address for that is in the video description below. I'll remind you of that over the next couple of months. We'll be doing a video on some of the things that do get sent in, but we're going to be looking today at the walk-on girls and sort of the story behind them. It was something that was sort of reborn later on in PDC life. It's something that was in the early stages, then it went, then it came back again, and then it went. And if you saw my video of things we won't see after 2023 in darts, this is one of those sort of situations. I think the walk-on girls are gone. They was axed in 2018, but not in darts in total. This was just in terms of things like the Sky Sports and ITV. The walk-on girls actually carried on in terms of the PDC European tour, and they did so for one more year. They was then released in 2019, and like I say, this is something I don't see coming back, but we'll have a look back through the history of some of the people and see what's happened to them and where they are now in 2023. The first place of the journey is going to start with Jess Impiazzi. I've probably pronounced that wrong, I do apologise, which is the lady on the right in the glittery dress. She's actually gone on to have a very good career in terms of in the media, doing her modelling, but also appeared in a couple of TV shows, most notably X on the Beach, which is one of those MTV shows, you know, where they sort of all cheat on each other and stand there saying how much they've got these great ethics and things like that. Jess, though, wasn't one of those. Yes, she was on the show, but she came out of the show looking very good because she didn't follow the general mould of these sort of shows, which is probably what helped her gain quite a sizable social media following. Over 270,000 followers on her Instagram page alone. She's also managed to help her star in a couple of films. Dangerous Game in 2017, most recently a film called Override, where she was one of the lead roles in 2021, and classes herself now as an actress as well as a model. A couple of movies there to support that case as well. She's also hosts her own podcast with Kaylee Page Reese, where they talk about mental health, as she's become a bit of a mental health advocate as well. So quite active and quite a lot going on for Jess. In the earlier days of the walk-on girls, around 2012, 2014, Sammy Marsh was one of the most prolific in terms of appearances as a walk-on girl, on regular in the Premier League, but you may think you recognise the face or even the name slightly. It has changed. It's now Sammy Wade. And if you're thinking, is that anything to do with James Wade? Absolutely it is. Both Sammy and James married and have 2 children together. You will see Sammy appearing at some of the PDC events. She certainly goes and supports James at all these, but obviously now in a supporting capacity rather than in a former job as a walk-on girl pre-marriage. Hazel O'Sullivan was also around about the same sort of time. She left darts and actually went on to star in the Big Brother house, which if you're not from the UK or unfamiliar with what Big Brother is, Big Brother's basically where they get a load of people, put them in a house and just film them living in a house for weeks on end. And then they torment them with loads of tasks and things to basically make them bicker and argue for our entertainment. But she has moved on also to have a child, and she is now what is known in the media world as a WAG, which stands for wife and girlfriend, or wife and or girlfriend. And she's with Andros Townsend, who actually plays football here in the UK for Everton, not Crystal Palace that you can see on the screen at the moment. He moved to Everton and is playing there at the moment. However, when you do think about walk-on girls, you think of 2 people that come to mind straight away, Charlotte Wood and Danielle Alfrey. These 2, when was dropped in 2018, ended up going on news preferences. There was a petition put forward to bring them back. That was signed by 50,000 people and even got the support of the 5-time world champion Raymond van Barneveld. These 2 still are prominent in darts. You'll see them at exhibitions and events, still very popular on the dart scene, and still release their yearly calendar together, which actually gets quite a lot of purchases. Been selling out for the last few years, so there's still a lot of love for these from the darting world. Charlotte Wood did do an interview herself after losing the job with the PDC, saying that actually it lost 80% of her overall income, and even though the fans couldn't see her on TV no more, direct quote that the exhibition's bookings went through the roof, where people had the opportunity to come out and see her in person. And that's what she kind of does now with the exhibition tours. She still continues to work as a glamour model as well, up and down the country, and still very in touch with the darts. We'll see her attending events from time to time. She does have sort of a semi-engagement level on social media, not a regular, but you'll get a couple of posts on there sort of on a monthly basis, and certainly updates in terms of the work and any sort of modelling that she's been doing. Her best account is her Twitter account with 29.4 thousand followers, and when you look at her link, it actually takes you to an OnlyFans page, which is where she's going to be sharing sort of her work related exclusive pictures from shoots can be found here. Daniela Alfrey, exactly the same. She was probably more the face of the Walk On Girls, probably because she did it for longer than Charlotte did, but they still maintain that they are very good friends. And Daniela Alfrey, just like Charlotte would, still appears quite a lot in darts in terms of the exhibition scene. Like we mentioned already, that calendar, she's got part of her own merchandise in terms of flights. So you can still see Daniela Alfrey very involved in the world of darts. She's now also launched a memo where you can get like video messages or announcements and things done by her via video call, or birthdays and that sort of thing. So they're also available now from Daniela. And of course there was other Walk On Girls as well with different stories. If you do want to share one of those, please do go down to the comment section below and have your say as well in terms of this. When I put out the video the other day in things that have changed and won't go back in 2023, this went onto a lot of Facebook groups. There was a lot of discussion about it there, some people for and against it depending on their argument. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Personally, I think it was for the right thing. I think it does take away a little bit from the player, and especially when we've got the same Walk On Girls for every single match, just different players. I think it just takes away a little bit from the player, and this was the right decision moving forward, and I don't see it coming back ever again. I think this is one of those things that stays in the history of darts, but is very much still part of the present in terms of, like say, the exhibition scene and certainly the ambience of those sort of show nights. Please do, on your way down as well, hit the thumbs up, the like button, and subscribe to Edgar TV. We're nearly on 40,000 subscribers. I'll catch you soon with some more Edgar TV. Edgar TV.